Coming up on the official Celtic FC podcast. Celtic's American boys Austin Trusty and Cameron Carter-Vickers speak about the season so far, and things get competitive as the boys take part in a quiz to find out who is the top American boy.
You should win this, like, easily. If you think about it.
Is he already giving up?
No, I'll do my best goal. But
he's giving up already. What
no,
the
but
heck?
he should win it. He's lived in America. I've never lived in America.
Hello and welcome to the official Celtic FC podcast. I'm Matthew Campbell and today I'm joined by Celtic's American boys, Cameron Carter-Vickers and Austin Trusty. Guys, thanks very much for joining me today. Listen, we're going to have a wee chat just about this season so far. It's been absolutely wonderful. Cameron, I'm going to come to yourself first because the consistency of the team throughout the course of this whole season has been unbelievable. You must be feeling that yourself, but what's that down to?
Yeah, no, it's definitely been, a very consistent season for us so far. Only losing 2 games domestically is pretty good. Obviously, we want to try and lose none, but 2's still pretty good. I think it's just down to kind of our hard work day in day out on the training pitch and that kind of mentality to keep going. And every game's, we know teams that play us for them is a cup final, so we got to treat it like that as well and go out there and give our best performance every game. Yeah,
is that where the mentality sort of comes from? Because it must be tough to keep going every single day with that intensity, every match, every training session. Is that just the mindset that exists there, or is there somebody driving that? Or
I mean, it's a mindset of the group. I think we all kind of have, and we've all adopted. I think obviously you can look at the manager for kind of implementing that mindset as well as the captain Callum. I think if you look at Callum, he sets the standards kind of day in day out. The training every day, he's got energy, and every match day he's always right up for it. And when you have someone like that in the dressing room, it's kind of easy to follow and get on board with.
Yeah, no, and you can see that. It's been absolutely tremendous. Austin, for yourself, I was wondering, because obviously you've come in and settled in brilliantly, fantastically well. Over the last couple of months, especially, the amount of fixtures that we've played has seemed crazy. How have you dealt with that? And I was interested also in the recovery. Like, what goes into recovering from these games and preparing for the next one?
Yeah, no, it's pretty amazing coming to the team, being an outsider, seeing the just the mindset. It's very easy to let guys switch off, and very easy just to obviously we want to have 0 games with 0 losses, but to only have 2, it shows a real testament to the team and just the whole organization and with the mindset as to how you approach things, because it's very easy just to let off and just do your thing. Obviously, the team is really, really good too, but, you want to have the same consistency, win by a lot of goals, and play really well every single game. So for the team to be where we're at now, it speaks really highly of the organization. And, recovery-wise, everyone has their own, ways to recover. Some guys do very minimal. Some guys do a lot. I love to get a massage. I'm always on the massage table. I do a hot bath, cold bath. Kind of all the bits and bobs I can do and get my hands on, but some guys may not need a lot.
Yeah,
Callum's really actually amazing. I don't really see him on the table.
Oh, really?
Does his cold bath, hot tub, and then he's out.
It's amazing. But
every single game he's on it every single day. So it's actually pretty amazing what he does.
I'm just interested in sort of what goes on, because obviously as a supporter, the supporters see what happens on a Saturday or a Sunday or Wednesday. We're always playing these days, but it's all the work that goes on behind the scenes that that people don't generally get to see. I'm not saying that you two guys knew each other before Austin rocked up at Celtic Park. That's right.
Yeah, we knew each other. Yeah, obviously we had a few youth national team camps mainly in it together.
I think we the World Cup U20 World Cup. We roomed together for an entire month.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What was that like?
That was years ago.
South Korea.
That was about 8 years ago now.
Really?
8-9 years ago. Yeah. So that was a while ago, but yeah, we did room together.
Brilliant. How impressed have you been? Because from the outside looking in, Austin, you've come in and thriving, but working with Austin every day, Cameron, you've been here obviously a number of years now. How impressed have you been with this guy since he joined?
Yeah, no, it's been.
Here we go.
No, he's been really good, and like we're kind of talking about, he's kind of adopted that mentality of that every game's important, every game's a game to play well and winning. And then obviously you can see the attributes he brings to the team. He's quick, strong, powerful. So yeah, it's definitely been a good big help.
high praise. I mean, what and I think you would have said that even if you hadn't been here actually as well. To be honest, Austin, we're talking about the season so far. It's been tremendous. Europe was, a really successful campaign for us. Obviously painful in the end, how it ended there in the Allianz Arena, but the performance that night from everybody was unreal. But for you, your first experience in terms of in the Champions League here with the club, how do you assess it overall and reflect on it?
I think the mindset of the club, but also myself, is that we to walk out of the game not advancing on, like that's really hurt us to the core. But that shows the mentality, because I think a lot of people on the outside would have looked at us and been like, okay, well, maybe they didn't fancy us winning that. But my mindset, I think the team mindset, was that we were going there for a result, and we truly believe that we can get a result. But overall, for the first campaign, 10 games Champions League, it's I can walk away happy with my head held high, and I think the team, we didn't let ourselves down, and we showed everybody what we can do. I think, again, a lot of people wrote us off, but I think over the course of 10 games, was 10 games or maybe more, that we back ourselves, and we can actually be a runner for this competition, and we can, if we do our thing and believe in ourselves, that we really can beat any team in the world.
Yeah, and I mean, you're absolutely superb. The squad done so well, but for yourself, as people speak so much about Celtic Park, what it's like. You've played in big games, obviously for the team, but Champions League nights at Celtic Park are a whole another ballgame.
Else. Yeah, truly amazing. I get the chills every time I think about it. Like you play different games and different levels and whatnot, but Celtic Park at nighttime, Champions League, it's like when they put the song "The Champions" and it goes quietly, you're like, like that's the best part for me, and that's when like in my head I'm like, I'm in it. You know?
That's incredible. It's a sensational, obviously, place. It must be to go and play football. For yourself, Cameron, having been here for a number of years, having competed in Europe, Europa League, Champions League, you must sort of, maybe I'm sort of preempting your answer here, but surely you feel the sort of progression that the boys are making. Like, again, what do you put that down to?
No, I think we definitely have progressed and kind of matured at the Champions League level. I think you can just put that down to really experience at the level and kind of calmness maybe in moments where last season or the seasons before we maybe would have gone off game plan and kind of opened the game up against teams that can hurt us. But I think this year we've kind of shown patience in a lot of games where maybe we didn't have the ball so much. We're not necessarily going out there and chasing it 100 miles an hour and kind of leaving ourselves wide open at the back. But instead we're mature enough now to realise there's going to be periods in the game where we're not going to have the ball, and we together as a team, all 11, need to get through them. And if we get through them, then we know we have the quality to go up the other end and hurt teams. So I think that's what's good about this campaign in the Champions League. Yeah,
no, definitely spot on. Austin, come back to yourself there in terms of this season so far, being in amongst the Celtic first team. I know we've spoken before. Obviously, you come from a family where sport has sort of been part of the family setup from a very young age. So I was wondering if you would just tell us a little bit about that. Your journey into football, soccer, as it was, and also what's your family's take on Celtic and coming along to Celtic Park?
There's long stories and short stories. So I'll keep it short. But grew up the youngest of 6 kids. So oldest is 18 years older than me. So the day I was born, the day he was going to college. So every one of my siblings, I got really lucky. So I have, in my head, 5 mentors who were really good at their sports and what they did. But in terms of soccer, football, my sister Ani, she was in the U.S. national team, youth teams growing up. She got a full ride to college, and I was like, growing up in a family with not a lot of resources, I thought, okay, this is my chance to, go to college for free, get a good education, and who knows what can happen. Like professional wasn't even in my head. And, I started focusing on football and getting better at my craft, and slowly but slowly made my way. And it wasn't an easy journey, but we're here now, and now, playing overseas and playing at this club, playing the Premier League last year, down the Champions League, and I'm slowly but slowly achieving my dreams.
Yeah. Have your family made it all over to Celtic Park?
No one's come over yet. Just my fiance's family. But my family, I'm the youngest of 6, so everyone's scattered out throughout the U.S. and has family, has kids. So it's a little bit harder, So soon enough, they'll come over. Hopefully, I can have my parents over so they can really, my parents don't miss a game. They watch everything, and my mom, she'll find this video and watch it like 5 times. And just be so happy. So once I get them over, it'd be really, really good, just so they can actually experience it.
Definitely.
It's different than me playing the Premier League. Like playing at Celtic Park is a whole different experience.
Yeah, well, you're selling it very well. Hopefully they can make it over soon.
Hopefully.
Listen, away from football, because again, I'm sort of intrigued by what happens sort of away from training, away from the pitch. So, Cameron, I'll come to yourself first. The fixture schedule's kind of calmed down a little bit now, and hopefully, as we progress towards the end of the season, it's basically a game per week. So there's potentially more downtime. I was wondering, when you're away from training, you've got a couple of days off, like what do you do to relax and sort of unwind?
Yeah, for me, honestly, not too much. I tend to normally just get home and just chill out, really. Obviously, I have a dog, so I take him for a walk. And then, yeah, just chill out, watch TV, see what's on. Maybe a little bit of gaming here and there, but not too much. I know Austin's a big gamer. Quad sometimes, isn't it, with my mates. I'm not great at the game, but sometimes I play that. And yeah, just really relaxing, really. I know that sounds boring, but
no, not at all.
But yeah, that's I actually quite enjoy it. I enjoy just kind of the peace of doing nothing.
Sort of kicking back. So you're a gamer yourself, Austin? Is that right?
Yeah, big time.
What do you play?
Fortnite, Call of Duty, FIFA, whatever. It's for me. It's like my also to my fiance. It's a little bit away for me to be like let me play some video games. But a lot of my friends are overseas and whatnot, so it's a good way for me to connect with them. And you're playing a game and also like chit chatting. And it's kind of like your own therapy session in a sense.
I'm assuming there's a lot of boys in the squad who surely must play FIFA or EA.
Yeah.
So would you back yourself against everybody else?
Nah, some guys spend too much time in that game.
Name them. Go on. Who in the squad spends too much time?
I think Scales is pretty good.
Yeah, I don't actually know. I know Scalesy, Ali, and Luke just started playing Fortnite together, innit? Do you play them or not?
Not yet. I'm trying to play with them.
Yeah, they've just started recently playing Fortnite together. I haven't played with them yet, but I don't know. I'm not sure who plays FIFA to me. I used to, a couple of years ago, I played a lot of FIFA and I was pretty good, but I honestly haven't played FIFA in about 18 months now. So
we need to get a tournament sorted and establish who the main man in the squad is.
Yeah, some people probably. Yeah. I don't know all the tricks and stuff like that. I just play.
Me too. X slide tackle. That was it. That was as far as I went, to be honest. Again, away from Celtic, you must have been buzzing a few weeks back, Austin, because your team won the Super Bowl at a canter. Yeah. I mean, did you stay up and watch it?
No, because we had the Champions League game coming up. So I slept, but I woke up and tried my hardest not to look at my phone or come in. But when you come, as soon as you come in here, someone's just like, "This is what happened." You're like, "Bro, why?"
Yeah.
But yeah, I stayed up till halftime, or I fell asleep before halftime. But yeah, that was amazing.
You must have been getting a lot of messages from friends back over in Philadelphia.
Yeah, you can talk crap to you. I mean, he wanted Kansas City just because I was rooting for the Eagles.
Oh, really?
So just to come in and know that I won.
Was he sort of milking it a wee bit and kind of rubbing it in?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't too much, to be fair. He obviously wanted Philadelphia to win, because obviously that's what he's from and that. But yeah, I don't think many boys did obviously stay out to watch it, because it was late on. I watched it in the morning, recorded it and then watched it before I come in. So I was probably one of the ones that ruined the surprise for him. Yeah.
Have you got like an American sport that you would follow or anything like that?
Not really. I watched a bit of NFL and a bit of basketball, but I wouldn't say I follow any of them. I like the big games and like NBA finals. I'll try and watch, and Super Bowl, and for the conference finals in the NFL I'll watch. But not throughout the season. Not really following any sport or anything.
Well, the reason we're talking a little bit about American sport is because we're going to have a little bit of an American quiz before we round up here, because I'm sure you've heard the Celtic supporters and the song which names both of you guys as American boys. Before we even go any further, is that a thrill to hear the Celtic support singing your name? Cameron, I'll come to you first. Yeah,
I mean, to be honest, I don't hear much when I'm playing. If I'm being deadly honest, just all kind of noise, when you're on the pitch. But yeah, I noticed it one time, and obviously it's nice to know that kind of you appreciate it by the fans, and you just want to kind of repay that by playing well.
But I do hear it during the games. Again, like you're in the games, it's hard because you're so zoned in. You know, everyone's talking whatever. So you're kind of, it's like selective hearing. Usually the gaffer and just the guys next to me, Cam and whoever's playing around me. But when I do here, it is nice, you know, to be a new guy here and have a song and they're singing your name. It's, you know, it shows that they have appreciation and they enjoy what you're doing and the craft that you're performing outside. So yeah, it's really, really nice.
You should win this, like, easily. If you think about it.
Is he already given up?
No, I'll do my best goal. But
He's giving up already. What
no,
the
but
heck?
he should win it. He's lived in America. I've never lived in America. How long? How many years you lived in America for?
Till I was like 22, maybe.
So 22 years, 21 years.
You're coming in as the underdog here,
Yeah.
right? But I still,
Are you American?
Yeah, I'm American,
Okay,
but I'm
so
saying I've never.
we're on an equal playing field.
All right.
Right, so we'll see how this goes.
If whoever wins, the other person look him in the eye, say you're the top American boy.
Yes, that's it. That is.
That is honestly. That's the cringiest thing I've ever heard in my life. Huh? Look each other in the eye and say what?
Bruh, that's the name of the game, man.
You're right, Austin. The game is the game, but something tells me you're going to regret saying that. Let's get right into this American quiz to find out who is the top American boy out of Cameron Carter-Vickers and Austin Trusty. Cameron, question 1 for you. Who was the first president of the United States?
I don't know.
George W.
George Washington.
Yeah.
There you go.
George Washington. I'm going to. I'm going to.
No, we're not giving that.
Oh, you got. No, but it's my question.
Bro, you literally don't. Go ahead. Give him the point. Give him the point. Give him the
That
point.
we can get off the map.
Watch my question be so hard.
Austin, question 1. What is the largest US state by area?
Alaska.
He's straight in there. And he's right as well, it is Alaska. Nailed on. 1 each. Good start. Strong.
Where'd you got that?
To be honest, I probably would have said Texas.
I would have said Texas as well. If it hadn't been for, ChatGPT, I would have definitely said Texas. Right, second question for you, Cameron. How many states are there in the USA?
You know this.
You know that.
I've got 2 numbers in my mind, innit?
No, because we've been making fun of Ali.
Oh, 50.
Yes, nailed on. Okay, 2.
No, you've been making fun of
I
that.
have been.
Don't say I've been making
No,
fun of that.
I have not.
Yes.
Keep me out of that.
Geopolitical.
Keep me out of that.
Boy.
Keep me out of that. Keep me out of that.
Okay, 2-1. Question 2. What is the minimum age requirement to become president?
35.
Oh,
Really, yeah?
And you know, it's the confidence as well, coming in straight on. 2 each, 35.
Why is it 35 though, just out of interest? Like, why couldn't you not be younger? If
I guess
if you're good enough, you're old enough.
A life experience, I don't know. But there's no age limit.
Ah, yeah,
Fair.
true. No, good, I like it. Good info. Third question for Cameron. What is the national bird of the United States?
Eagle.
It says bald eagle, but eagle is. We'll go.
Yeah.
We'll go with eagle. 3-2.
Go Birds.
Okay, here's your question 3 then, Austin. Which state is known as the Sunshine State?
Sunshine State. So
I know this one.
it's either Florida or California. Sunshine. It's Florida.
Would you got that?
Nah.
What would you?
I don't know. I was trying to put him on
Try
the
to get
bed.
the. Have you ever been to Florida? Yeah. What's it like?
It's good. I have a house there.
Sunshine State.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's always sunny.
Love it. Okay, here we go. We're 3 each. Question 4, Cameron. Which US holiday is celebrated on the 4th of July? Don't let it get in the mind, you know this. It was also the name of a very famous film.
Independence Day.
Yeah. And that's
No, but I actually think.
You know what
I
that
was gonna
do you know what that celebrates?
Yeah, when when America got its independence back.
From who?
British, innit?
Yeah.
No, I did think I knew that, but then I was doubting myself. You know what I mean?
What was
But-
the other thing in your head? What were you thinking?
Well, I just think it had to be that or Thanksgiving. I thought Thanksgiving was winter time, innit? So.
Yeah. Is it?
I mean, to be fair to him, growing up in the States, you learned in history class, but growing up here, you probably don't really like.
No, we don't.
No, so why would you even know this stuff?
Austin, question 4. What is the most popular sport in America by viewership?
By viewership. I'm trying to think, is that like, what's either basketball or NFL? It has to be NFL. Me looking at you.
I don't want
I'm thinking. I'm not even looking at you. I'm just thinking. Dang. I want to say NFL, but it's going to be NFL.
It's American football.
Yeah.
Right, it's NFL. Okay, let's just come to the last question each. It's 4 each. Final question for yourself, Cameron. Which American swimmer has won the most Olympic gold medals?
Michael Phelps.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's the easy one.
I'm gonna see
Yeah.
if I can. I was going to say bonus point if you can tell me how many, but I'll get a bonus point.
Go ahead.
I'll be guessing, but do you know?
I think I know, but I think I might be under.
What would you go for?
Are you leave it?
Well, wait, why don't he answer his fifth question? If he gets it right, then
Right,
that can
and
be
then
the
we'll go with
tiebreaker.
that.
Yeah.
He's done this before. Fantastic.
Bro, there's no tiebreaker. You've lost,
how
bro.
have I lost?
So there's 3 questions I literally gave you.
No, but if it's
the
my
answer to.
question, and then you tell me the answer.
The
like,
first one you literally said, I have no idea.
yeah, but
That's what I told you,
you
George
have to
W.
wait for the timer to finish. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Yeah.
To be fair,
we'll let you guys decide.
No, I think you were being overly generous. And it was good. It was
Oh,
lovely.
it's
This guy
yeah,
said,
great,
"I have no
great act of
idea."
kindness, isn't it? Yeah, lovely. Yeah.
Team spirit. I like to see it. So it's 5-4. And Austin, your final question. Question 5. Which US city hosts the annual Mardi Gras festival?
Wow, that's not like an easy
I know that.
question, but
see, you
it's
should
in New
know this,
Orleans.
'cause it's at, oh,
Yeah, it's New Orleans,
It's
yeah.
New Orleans. I was going to say it's at.
Cause that's only an hour from my dad, isn't it? Baton Rouge, my dad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
You ever been?
No, I've never been there. I've been to New Orleans a lot, but I've never
I
been.
think
to
the only reason I saw that
Mardi
is
Gras.
because
of
the
the-
game was in New Orleans.
New Orleans. That's why I thought, clever, see, I thought I'd ask you that, because
Mm.
I thought, maybe topical. Alright, so 5 each, and we're going to need the tie-break question, which you've mentioned, Cameron. So the question is to find out who is the top American boy. How many Olympic gold medals did Michael Phelps win?
It's his. Let him
No,
go
you go
first.
first.
It was your original question.
This is why you can't do
No,
close
no,
as
no,
well.
no,
'Cause
no.
if whatever I say, he's gonna go
he's
one up
going
or
to
one
base
down.
his number off mine.
Well, I'm going to count down from 5,
And then we say it together.
and then we say
Alright.
it together, right? 5.
Wait. Sorry. Is it just his in total through all of them, or is it that one like Olympics?
It's,
No, in total.
It's with the number that I have in brackets here. So
All of
it
his
just
Olympics.
says, Olympic gold medals.
Okay, so it's all.
Okay, so ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
24.
21.
What did you go for? 21?
Yeah.
24.
It was 23. So Austin
Oh.
had won it by a point.
All right. No. I don't want a handshake. I want.
You once, you're actually looking at it, you are the top American boy.
I can't say that, innit?
Don't look at me now. Look straight. Look at the camera.
Alright. Austin Trusty is the top American boy.
Thank you.
Brilliant,
Thank you.
brilliant.
Thank you. That's fair. You're a good sport.
Brilliant. It was a well-spirited match. So thank you very much, Cameron and Austin, for taking part in this podcast and the American quiz. And thank you very much for watching and listening to this episode of the official Celtic FC podcast. Thank you very much, and hail hail.